So I know a few of us got a bit confused with vectors this week, so I thought I'd do a quick video with the most recent stuff, with the position vector stuff. That'll hopefully help you understand a bit more. So if I have a coordinate, so I think in 2D, if I have a coordinate, let's call point A, and let's call the coordinates 2, 5, then I can think of that as a coordinate 2, 5, but if I want to work with that point, it's easier to change it into a vector. So I can write that vector as O to A, where O is just the origin, and I can write that as the vector 2, 5. Or if I want to use i's and j's, I would say that's 2i plus 5j's. Now if I have a second point, B up here somewhere, let's call that 6, 13. Again, I can do the same thing. I can write O to B as a column vector, 6, 13. Or I can write in terms of i's and j's as 6i plus 5j. 13j. I literally just copied the one above. That's really stupid of me, isn't it? Now, if I want to work out how to get from A to B, so the displacement vector, so A to B, well, you can do that from the diagram. So how do I get from 2 to 6? I have to go across 4. And how do I get from 5 to 13? I have to go up 8. Now, another way of getting those numbers, to get the 4, I did 6 take away 2. And to get the 8, I did 13 take away 5. So I did this vector here, take away this vector here. And that's where this little formula comes from. So A to B is equal to, well, the 6, 13, this was the OB vector, minus the 2, 5 was the OA vector. So to get from A to B, I do the vector B, take away the vector A. Okay, so now we can do one without the diagram. So if I have 2 points, so A is 5 minus 2, and B is 7, 1. Then to get from A to B, I would do O to B minus O to A, which gives me 7, 1 minus 5, negative 2. When I work that out, I get 2 on the top and 3 on the bottom. Simple as that. Now the ones some of you were getting stuck on were ones where you were given one coordinate and the displacement vector and not the other one. So for example, if I'm given the coordinate A, which let's go back to 2, 5, and let's say I'm given that A to B, the displacement from A to B is, let's say that's 3 minus 2. And it wants us to work out where B is. Okay, well, I guess you could do this using a picture. So if I have my coordinates, so 2, 5 is here somewhere, and to get to B I have to go along 3 and down 2, so B is going to be there. Then you can just use numbers to work it out, the coordinates. Or if I use the formula, A to B is O to B minus O to A. And if I sub in what I know, so I know A to B is 3 minus 2. I don't know O to B, that's what I'm trying to find. And I know that O to A is 2, 5. So to get O to B by itself, I'm going to add that second vector to both sides to get 3 minus 2 plus 2, 5. So I get O to B is 5, 3. Okay, now let's see what would happen if they had it the other way around. So if they had B to A was equal to that. So this time B is not going to be there anymore. Instead, B is going to be somewhere where I go 3 along and then down 2. I'll get to B, so I have to go backwards. I have to go 3 back and 2 up. So that's where B would be. Or again, I could use a formula. I could use the formula for B to A is O to A minus O to B. So it's the last one, take away the first one. Sub in what I know. So I know B to A is 3 minus 2. I know A is 2, 5. And I don't know what B is. Then if I add OB to both sides and take away the vector 3 minus 2 from both sides, I'll get that. So then O to B is minus 1, 7. Okay, and the final type, the kind of trickiest one, if you understand the knowledge, the key formula, the key knowledge, then the rest is just manipulating some algebra. So for example, if I know, let's revolt this out first. If I know that, let's say I've got a coordinate here, A is 5, 2, B is the coordinate 1 minus 3, and I don't know what C is. However, I do know the fact, the question might give me that A to C, let's do A to B, so now what it B is 3 times A to C. Then all I would do, look, is I would use the formula. So A to B is O to B minus O to A, which is 3 times O to C minus O to A. So last take away first. And then if I expand that bracket on the side, times both of them by 3, to get 3 OC, take away 3 OA. And if you want, you could rearrange this a little bit more to get OC by itself, or at this point I'm just going to sub in the numbers. So O to B is 1 minus 3, O to A is 5, 2, O to C I don't know, so I'm going to leave it as that, 3 O to C, and 3 O to A, so if I times those numbers by 3 I get 15 and 6. So I'm going to add that last vector on to the side, so I get 1 minus 3, it's a really bad bracket, take away 5, 2, plus 15, 6 is equal to 3 OC. And if I simplify the left hand side, 1 take away 5 is minus 4, plus 15 is 11, so I get 11. Minus 3 take away 2 is minus 5, plus 6 is 1, equals 3 times OC. So therefore OC, if I divide both sides by 3, I can either write that as 11 over 3 and 1 over 3, or to make it look a bit nicer, I can just factorize out a third. So I can write it as a third times 11, 1. Yeah, so I haven't done anything fancy there, I've just used my key knowledge that if I use any two random letters, let's call it M and P, that's the last one, so O to P, take away the first one, O to M. And it's just using that over and over again. I hope that helped. Feel free to ask me more questions if you get stuck.